Hey loves, welcome or welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Faith, and today guys, I'll be checking out Thomas Sowell as he speaks on the rise of anti-American Americans. And you guys, I'm excited for this, and without much ado, let's see what Dr. Sowell has for us in this video.
I spoke to a guy before this and he said America first. You weren't happy with that. Why?
Israel would not exist without America.
So no America first for you?
No.
Are you an American?
Yes.
And you don't want to put America first?
No.
Every August, there are American citizens who journey to Japan to abase themselves and their country at Hiroshima and Nagasaki. The Japanese do not go to Nanking, where they slaughtered more Chinese in more brutal and sadistic ways than those who were killed in both of these Japanese cities combined. What was unique about Hiroshima and Nagasaki was the technology with which people were killed, not the number killed. More Germans were killed with older types of bombs at Dresden, and more Japanese were killed in the invasion of Okinawa than died at either Hiroshima or Nagasaki. Technological differences are not moral differences. Of all the people killed during World War II, less than 1% were killed in these two cities combined. If killing is wrong, even in wartime, then why not condemn the killing of the 99% rather than single out the 1%? The awesome power of nuclear weapons, which has hung over all our heads ever since they were invented, is certainly a reason to lament that such things are even possible. Winston Churchill spoke of the secrets of the atom as knowledge that was long mercifully withheld from man. But it was knowledge that our enemies were seeking, which is what prompted Albert Einstein, a pacifist, to urge President Roosevelt not to let the Nazis be the first to get it. In addition to those merely unthinking or naive Americans who journey to Hiroshima and Nagasaki every August, there are members of the media and academia who can seldom pass up an opportunity to be morally one-up on others in general, or to be anti-American in particular. In addition, revisionist historians have spread the claim that the bombing of these Japanese cities was unnecessary, that Japan was ready to surrender, that an invasion would not have been so bad. Some of the more vicious anti-Americans say that this terrible weapon would never have been used against white people. What color do they think the people were in Dresden? The first experimental nuclear bomb had not yet been tested when Dresden was obliterated and its inhabitants incinerated from the air. Unlike those American leaders who bore the heavy responsibility of sending American troops into combat at the time, these revisionists, a much too polite word for liars, come up with rosy scenarios in which the casualties of an invasion of Japan are estimated to be a fraction of what General Douglas MacArthur or other leading military authorities at the time foresaw. In the Pacific War, there were islands where the Japanese defenders who died fighting numbered in the thousands, while those who were taken alive barely numbered in the dozens, most of these latter being too badly wounded to either fight or commit suicide. With this kind of resistance to the death being common among the Japanese in defending their conquered lands, how could anyone expect that the defense of their own homeland would be anything other than a bloodbath for all involved? Japanese civilians, including children, were being trained and indoctrinated to die defending Japan from invaders. The number who would have done so was undoubtedly larger than the number who died in the atomic blasts which spared them, as well as the American and British troops who would have died on the beaches and in house-to-house fighting in the cities. Was Japan going to lose the war, even without the atomic bombs? Yes, but at what price? Would it have been possible to arrange a Japanese surrender without an invasion? Perhaps, on terms more agreeable to the Japanese. But without unconditional surrender and an occupation of Japan, how could this militaristic country have been converted into one of the most pacific nations on earth? Without the incredible feat by which General MacArthur changed the ages-old military traditions of the Japanese, Japan could have been ready to fight again in another decade, and this time she would in all probability have had the atomic bomb. Nor is there any reason to believe that Japan would have shown the slightest hesitation before using it, or the slightest remorse afterward. Guilt-ridden Americans might do well to read The Rape of Nanking or Prisoner of the Rising Sun. It could save them airfare to Hiroshima or Nagasaki.
Wow, you guys, that was such an interesting one from Thomas Sowell. And I don't know how this man comes up with this idea or how he thinks about these things because, oh my God, what a brain to have. The way he covers topics that has to do with every area of life is very, very commendable. And I love the way Thomas Sowell called out the hypocrite who obviously does not know the origin of what really happened. And how did they know that Japan was going to surrender, and blaming America for striking back? And let me know your thoughts on this one. I really had fun reacting to Thomas Sowell because there are things that I never ever came across in my life, and once I hear Thomas Sowell talk about it, I learned a lot from him and it just sticks to my head. This was very insightful and very, very educated. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. I really had fun reacting to this video. If you guys totally enjoyed watching, give this video a massive thumbs up, comment, share, and all that good stuff. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.